Welcome yogis. Thanks again for joining another wheel class. So for me the wheel class is more of a stretch class. I focus more on back bending. I guess that's why originally the wheel was created. You can do a lot of other stuff with it, but I find it kind of a little bit of a waste of time. So what it's designed for is back bending. So the focus tonight will be more splits, which is a really good preparation for back bend, and then some deeper back bends at the end. Just quick before we begin, so the intention of the yoga practice is to know your deep true self, and then to know your source. So that's basically the yoga practice in a nutshell. To know yourself and to know your creator. What I've been focused on lately with the physical practice is just to get out of my own crazy mind, especially times like this. There's a lot of negativity, there's a lot of toxicity if you spend some time on social media. So it can get a little bit overwhelming, a little bit crazy. For me, the asana practice, the physical practice, is just a way to get out of my mind and deeply connected into my body. So whatever you're searching for, your true self, your deep self, there's many names for it. I'm not going to mention them, but whatever that you're looking for deeply in the yoga practice is inside you. So your body is the outside. So I've been focusing a lot on the physical practice just to get out of the mental patterns and to get more embodied. And when you do this, you're not so in a fairy tale land living in the craziness of your mind, but more living in the present moment and existing. So that's what I've been doing, working on with my physical practice to get more embodied and experience what's happening right now. Okay, enough talk. Let's get to some physical stuff. So we'll start off quite easy with some more gentle stretches, and then once your body warms up, once your body is more prepared, then we'll move on to some deeper stuff. So sit down, grab onto your wheel, and then place it to your lower back. Quite easy, the first one. Just lie over the wheel and then support the back of your head with your hands. You can interlace your fingers. So especially for this one, without any support on the neck, at the start of practice, it can get a little bit uncomfortable for the head and for the neck position. So quite easy, just interlace your fingers behind your head and support your neck. Then you can deeply relax your spine. Deeply relax your chest. Deepen your breathing, last few breaths. Okay, quite easy, nice easy one to start with. From here, very similar position, but we'll roll forward and back. You can keep your hands supporting your head, or you can stretch your arms back. We'll go 10 times. Oh, good one. So grab onto your wheel, turn over to one side, and we'll do a supported side bend. So first you can place the wheel underneath your left ribs, and then place your left ribs on top of the wheel. Place your left arm down to the floor. And you can walk your feet back and stretch your right arm all the way out towards the side in a side bend. Find if the wheel is too low, it's going to hit the hip of the hip bone, and it's not going to be comfortable. If it's too high, it'll be more towards the armpit, and that's not going to be comfortable either. So if you need to adjust, you can adjust, and make sure the wheel is directly underneath your bottom ribs. Okay, drop your knees down, and then same thing, switch. Place the wheel underneath your right ribs this time. Place your right elbow to the floor, stretch your left hand all the way out to the side. I'm running out of a little bit of room here. Hotel rooms in Hong Kong are not very big, so I've actually done my best, put everything on the other side of the room, and found just a little bit of room to practice. So again, position the wheel so it's really comfortable underneath your bottom right ribs, but then relax your ribs, relax your chest, let your spine curve over the wheel. Okay, bring your knees down. Grab the wheel, place it at the top of the mat, and place it a little bit over towards the right side. Then take child's pose with your legs, and then place your right hand on top of the wheel. Place your left hand to the floor and shoulder stretch. In the shape, let your right upper back go down towards the floor. So much that both sides of the upper back are at the same level away from the ground. Okay, same, switch. And place the wheel a little bit over towards the left side this time, and then place your left hand on top, place your right hand to the floor, and go down. Decide, don't let your left upper back move up away from the floor. Keep the left side of your upper back descending down towards the mat. Deepen your breathing. Okay, come back up, and then you can place your wheel at the top of the mat, directly in the center. Then walk your legs back, downward dog pose. From downward dog, come forward, high plank pose. Stay for a breath. Press back, downward dog splits. Inhale forward, high plank. Exhale back, downward dog. Keep breathing, keep focusing on the movements of your body. Inhale, plank. Exhale, dog. 2 more, plank. Back, downward dog. 1 more, plank. Back, downward facing dog pose. Walk your feet to the middle of the mat. And then you can roll the wheel in between your legs and then place your feet back together. Work with whatever you have. If you can't hold the back of the wheel, hold the front of the wheel. If you can, reach all the way back. Press your calves back into the wheel. Lift your thigh muscles up away from the floor. And you can bend your arms and pull yourself deeper into the forward bend. Okay, sit down. Put the wheel out in front of you a little bit over towards the right side and then place your right foot on top of the wheel. So not at the knee like this, it's going to bend. Place your right foot on top of the wheel. So then you can keep your right leg straight as you forward bend. So again, hold the front of the wheel. If you can, hold the back of the wheel. Keep your right leg straight. Keep your right shin and your right thigh pressing towards the floor. And then flex your right foot and forward bend. A few deep breaths. Okay, same thing, switch. Put the wheel towards the left and then place your left foot on top of the wheel. Hold the wheel wherever you can, front or back, and then forward bend. I like holding these poses at the start for a little bit longer. It gives you a lot more opportunity just to keep good alignment, but relax and go deeper into the pose. Instead of trying to forcefully push your way into it, just soften your breath, relax, and then go deeper. Okay. Come back up and then turn over to the side. Separate your legs out for a Upavishta Konasana leg position. So seated by leg forward bend. Don't have to go so open. You can just place your feet to the the front edge of the mat and slide your hips to the back of the mat. First, move your right foot forward so it's completely off the mat, and then place the wheel back where your right foot was. This is a tough part. Get your right foot on top of the wheel. Okay, so some people, I know it's a bit of a battle on this one. If it's not so much of an option to bow forward, place your hands behind you and lift your spine up. If you can go for it and place your elbows down out in front and forward bend. Keep working good alignment of your body. Firm the muscle around your knees and firm the muscle around your thighs so your legs are straight. And then as you keep this alignment, push out through the balls of your feet and extend outwards from your pelvis down through your feet. If you can, walk your elbows a little bit more forward. And then a little bit more forward. Okay, that's enough. Walk your hands back. And then same thing, switch. Place your right foot back on the mat and then slide your left foot forward this time so it's completely off the mat. Grab onto your wheel and then somehow get your left foot on top. So again, if you're having troubles, if your back is rounding a lot like this, or if you are leaning further back like this, place your hands behind you and then get the weight more going forward. If it's okay, then release your elbows down to the floor. So with this kind of stretching, my principle or the way that I do it is you're not going to engage your legs 100% the whole time. Not so necessary. But just keep that level of awareness, that level of engagement, so it keeps your body in good shape and keeps your alignment really, really good. So work your legs firm, work your legs straight, and then again, push out through the balls of your feet, extend outward from your pelvis, lengthen your legs. Walk your elbows a little bit more towards the front. Yep, and again, walk your elbows a little bit more towards the front. So nice. Okay. Bring your left foot off the wheel. And play around with balance pose on the wheel if you're not so comfortable, if you have knee issues, if you're really, really scared, skip it, no worries. No need to do it. But I'll do it, and good luck. Really helps to have 2 blocks on this one. Can definitely be done without the blocks, but requires so much focus and coordination. Okay, take it easy, step by step, stop when you can't go any further. So to start with, place your left foot on top of the wheel. And then hold your outer right foot with your right hand. If you can, stretch your right leg out in front. Then, if you can, hold your right foot with your left hand. Kind of like a pistol squat. And then last option, if you can go for it, forehead to your shin, bow forward. Okay, be careful again. No falling off the wheel, no injuries. This time, right foot on the wheel, switch the sides, the left leg will be straight out in front. Okay, hope everyone's still alive. it's a challenging shape, so don't be so caught up if you can't get it. Let's move on. So grab onto the wheel and then place it to the back of the mat in the center. Then come down to your hands and your knees in front of the wheel. Place both feet evenly on the wheel. So if they're going to be more towards the right side, you fall over towards the right side. Make sure both feet are evenly on top of the wheel. And then you can walk your hands more towards the front of the mat. Lean forward, lift your hips for our upward facing dog pose. Keep your legs straight, press back through your the balls of your feet. And then let your hips descend towards the floor. Take your shoulder blades down your back and look up. Lower your knees. First, come up onto your fingertips. And then lunge your right leg in between your hands. Then come up, place your hands on your right leg. For the regulars and for the people who know what they're doing, you can go deeper into your back bending now. Reach around, hands up, go deeper. Or just a basic variation, keep your hands on your right thigh. If you experience back issues, especially through the lumbar spine, the lower back, Usually it's because of these muscles at the front are really tight. If you sit down at a chair, they're going to be really tight. So usually people who sit down a lot, their back bending suffers when they want to go deeper into the lower back. So by releasing the thighs and by releasing the front of the hips, really good exercise to keep your body healthy. Okay, place your hands to the floor and then move your right foot a little bit towards the right side. Option 1, arms straight. Option 2, elbows to the floor. Good one. Press up, step back. Same thing, we'll do the upward facing dog pose. So grab onto the wheel. Place it in the middle of the mat, right up at the back. And then evenly place both feet on top of the wheel. Walk your hands more towards the front. Second time, upward facing dog. Lean forward, lift your hips. Keep your legs straight. Again, press back to the balls of your feet. And then push your hands into the floor, but relax your shoulder blades down your back. Look up, curl your chest open, curl your throat open, and back bend. Ooh, good. Hands down. And this time step your left foot to the front. Hands on top of your left leg, low lunge, back bend. So it's not actually just there for a shape, this one. Anytime, it's quite useful, this one. Anytime you bend the back leg in a lunge pose, it's going to release the front of the hips much deeper. Another good one is at the wall, with the knee to the wall and the back knee completely bent. But this one also very good. So just, you can think about it when you bend your knee and the lunge, it's going to be deeper in the thighs and the hip flexors. Last few breaths. Lower your pelvis down towards the floor. Okay, hands to the mat. Walk your left foot to the left, arms straight, or elbows to the floor. And spend a moment here. Okay, place your hands, step back. This one, if you've got two blocks, it makes it a little bit easier. It stops the wheel from moving forward or back. Not actually necessary that you use the blocks, can easily be done without the blocks, but I'll just show the variation with the blocks. So if you've got them and you feel unstable, you can use them. So this time, high lunge with the wheel. The wheel will go underneath your back thigh to stop the back thigh from going towards the floor. And so you can step your right foot to the front, left foot to the back. And then place your left thigh on top of the wheel. Keep your left leg straight, and then come up, place your hands on your right leg. You can place your right heel underneath your right knee, and then extend your arms up above your head. For this one, keep your ribs more back into your body, move your tailbone forward, and then lift your whole rib cage up. And then lean a little bit more back. So again, lift your ribs up and then lean a little bit more back. Okay, hands down, and then switch. Left foot to the front, right foot to the back. Okay, position yourself again so your wheel is underneath your right thigh and then your left heel is underneath your left knee, arms up. So first, work your back leg straight, squeeze your right thigh, squeeze around the muscle of your right knee, and then move your tailbone forward towards the front. Keep your ribs back into your body. And then lift your arms, lift your ribs. Keep this and then lean a little bit more back. Again, lean a little bit more back. Okay, hands down, release. So if your intention is to do the splits and keep your body really safe by preparing these poses are really good. So any type of lunging is going to stretch the front of the hips. Any type of forward bending is going to stretch the back of the hamstrings and the calf muscles. So these two elements are required for the splits. So we've done quite a bit of the preparation. Let's do it. Actually turns into more of a over split. So if your hamstrings and your hip flexors are a little bit tight, move slow, be careful. Put the wheel at the top of the mat and then place your right foot on top of the wheel. So the option is there to stay in half split position with your right foot on top of the wheel. Or to go back into the split, walk your left knee towards the back. Keep your legs safe in the pose, keep them engaged. Squeeze the thighs, keep your legs straight, keep your legs controlled. And then instead of letting the descending feeling happening, lift your ribs up and then lean back. Keep it more active. Squeeze your legs firm, and then lift your legs, lift your ribs, and then lean back. Whoa, so good. Everyone's got a bad side. This is mine. The left side feels a little bit tighter on the hip flexor, and even on the front leg too, the left hamstring. So I always pay super close attention to this side when I'm doing the split. Left foot on top. And again, you're more than welcome to stay in the half version of the pose, the half split. Or if you want to go deeper, walk your right knee towards the back. Again, keep good form, squeeze your legs. Few deep breaths here. So if you're having trouble doing the split, you can use the block for this one. So we'll do one more split, but this time we'll in the hands and then back bend. So again, if you're having trouble sitting your front hip on the floor in the splits, all good, grab onto a block if you've got one. You can even use the blanket or the cushion, whatever you have, but throw something underneath there so when you do it, it feels very supported. You don't want to be like wobbling around in the split when you're trying to do a back bend. Okay, right leg out in front for the split, and you can grab onto your wheel and then arms up. Wheel back. feel quite uncomfortable in the lumbar spine with the split if you just let all the energy drop towards the floor. So to keep it more active, squeeze the legs, keep them straight. But then as you squeeze the legs and keep the power there, then lift up through your ribs, lift up through your chest, and then feel the energy go up your spine. Same pose switch. Good. Let me just grab the timer. We'll do a couple of longer hold back bends. So 2 minutes for this one. I'll have to time it because I can't see the time when I'm doing it. It's like I like to think of it as like a half kapotasana. So maybe not half kapotasana, like kapotasana with the upper body. Let's go. So sit down, grab onto the wheel. First place it to your upper back, and then reach around, hold the wheel with your hands, with your fingers on the inside. And then first step is to get your elbows down to the floor. Once they're down, the second step is to get your hips down towards the width. Another one with a longer hold. You can think about it as supported bridge pose. But you've probably done it before, right? With the blocks underneath the hips. But this time we'll place the wheel underneath the hips. grab the wheel, place it to your back. And then come to lie down. If you can interlace your fingers behind your back. Keep rolling, see if you can get your shoulders down to touch the floor. If you're feeling some discomfort, if you're feeling the compression down in your lower back, you're definitely not the only one. It's a common thing. You can do a couple of things to help this one. So one, you can take your feet wider. This will alleviate some of the compression, the pressure. And the other is to keep the pose more active. So press your heel bones forward. Keep squeezing around the thighs and the knees. Keep your legs toned. And then extend out from your heels. So extend your heels away from the wheel. Okay, one more back bend left. We'll do hollow back at the wall. If you're not so comfortable going upside down, you can completely skip it, no worries at all, and do the dolphin pose. So obviously the more advanced the pose, there's going to be more steps or preparations to eventually get there. The preparation for pincha around the shoulders is a really good, strong and solid dolphin pose. So if you don't want to go upside down, no worries at all. You can just build the required strength that you need for the next step, for the next level of the pose. You can use the wall for this one for sure, unless you can balance upside down, then you don't need the wall. But I find the wall is really helpful for this one. Unless you're really controlled in a really flexible range of motion, it's hard to get your feet to the wheel. So place your wheel to the wall and then hold on to the wheel. Separate your elbows shoulder distance apart. Okay, then lift your knees. Walk your feet towards your elbows. And then if you're going for it, you can kick up. Okay, that is not easy. doing forearm stand the whole way back with the carpet that sinks into the floor is more difficult than what I thought. So much better if you've just got a solid surface and a yoga mat. Anyways, let's finish with a little bit of releasing stuff. Come to sit down. Grab the wheel, place it over towards the right side, and just like the very beginning, like we've done at the start, place your right foot on top of the wheel. And then easy releasing forward bend. I teach this hollow back one when I'm in class, every single class. I find it a really good way for an overall back bend because it's a really good way to open the shoulders, it's a really good way to open the chest and the spine. And eventually, if you want to get your feet down to the wheel, it takes a lot of thigh stretch, a lot of hip flexor opening, so that's why we've done all the lunges at the start. So I teach it a lot and I love it because you really get to see your hard work pay off over the months that you keep practicing the hollow back. Okay, hold on to your right foot on the outside with your left hand and then take your right hand behind you. Look back over your right shoulder and turn. Lift your spine, pull against your right foot, and then turn towards the right. Okay. Same thing, switch sides. Do easy releasing poses left side. Left foot on top of the wheel. And you can hold the wheel at the front, hold the back, and easy forward. Okay, easy twist. Hold your left foot on the outside with your right hand and then take your left hand behind. Look back of your left shoulder, twist. So you can pull against your top left foot and then move your back ribs into your body. Turn deeper. Look back over your left shoulder, twist deeper. Okay, turn forward. As always, we're going to run out of time, so thanks for joining. If you have any questions, always feel free to ask. I highly recommend, I always run out of time, sorry, but I highly recommend that you just do a quick 5 or 10 minute Shavasana before you get up and do whatever you're doing for the rest of the day or wherever you are, maybe the rest of the night. So thanks for tuning in again, and I will see you guys soon. Namaste.